morning, everyone. This is Daniel Gray from Seouleats.com, and yes, I am proudly wearing my University of Delaware sweatshirt. I am from Delaware, and I am drinking my coffee, my very, very dark coffee that I make in my Bialetti. Now, I know you're not here to hear about coffee. I wanted to talk to you about today. This is a question that many people send to me all the time. They want to know, like, how can you pick a good restaurant in Korea? Now, this is a little bit difficult because, like, I think seriously Korea has more restaurants per capita than any other place in the world. Like, you can see restaurants on the street, they're on every corner, there's convenience stores. You won't have a problem finding food here. There's a lot of good places for food. But I think if you come to Korea, you want to find the best ones. Now, of course, you can use the resource called Seouleats.com, which is my website. That has a lot of great restaurants and where I write reviews. And there are some books and stuff out there as well. Now, I know that the other site that a lot of people use is called TripAdvisor. That's not really that applicable because the number one restaurant apparently in Korea is a pizza restaurant, and two is a South African meat place. Both of which are very good, actually, but I don't think people travel halfway around the world to go eat at a non-Korean restaurant here. So here are some signs that you can use to see if you can pick out the right restaurant. So think of yourself as kind of like the restaurant whisperer, so you can see things well. Now, usually around 11:30 to 12 o'clock, everyone in Korea, especially during the weekdays, everyone's rushing to lunch. And so most people will be rushing to the Korean places. So if you're going to eat, try to avoid those. Try to avoid that time to eat. But look around and see where Korean people go. Most people will go to Korean places because they can get a fast meal and then, in and out in like 30 minutes, and then they can go drink coffee, they can smoke, they can hang out with their friends, etc. Because that is their time. That's their free time. Now, other thing that you can look at is, like, after that period, if the restaurant is still full, still people hanging out there, then you know that that is a destination restaurant. And that is a great place to go to. So these are places like usually if there's a line, there must be something good. Now, in Myeongdong, there's a famous place called Myeongdong Kalguksu, and there's a line out the door every single day. There's two of them, two big restaurants, and they're always full. You can definitely expect to have a good meal there. Service is very abrupt, though. Just be aware of that. But you're going there for the food. You eat, you get out. You don't kind of hang out there for too long. That is a strong cup of coffee. Now, another sign that you can look at is see where, if you walk into a restaurant, see if there are people inside. And then see if there's there is a mix of young people and old people, because that generally means that it's a restaurant that has kind of transcended the age gap. If you just have a bunch of people that are very old, like grandfather type people, then basically maybe that's a cheap eats sort of place. So people will just go there because they can get a fast meal, they can hang out for a while, but it doesn't mean that the food is going to be very good. A lot of older generation people, they had a very particular style of taste that they liked about their food, and they don't have a lot of money. So like in Korea, food prices have jumped up a lot. I think in the last year it's gone up like 30%. So it's not easy for old people to eat here. So if you just have old people in a restaurant, you might want to run. If you and I'm talking like gray hair, older generation people. If you're looking at a mix of younger, older people, then that's a really good sign. Another good sign when you look at a Korean place is see if there's a place that has just Korean. If you have Japanese, and if you have Korean, and you have English and Chinese, all sorts of different languages there, there's a very good chance that you're in a tourist trap. And the restaurant they tend to kind of change the food around to cater to many different preferences. So you're not getting the real Korean flavor. So that's something you should really be aware of as well. Lastly, another thing that you should really, really pay attention to when you're in Korea is that you should really try to find places that have very few things on their menu. if you have a restaurant doing 5,000 different things, let's say like a kimbap place that does noodles and you do rice bowls and barbecue and everything like that, generally not good. Buffets are also a no-go as well, especially Korean buffets, because the meat quality is generally bad as well. So yeah, try to stick to places that maybe have 1 or 2 things on the menu. Like one of my favorite places to go to is in Jeonju. They do bibimbap, and all they do there is bibimbap. They have 2 things on their menu, just regular bibimbap and bibimbap with raw beef sashimi. So that's it. So those are generally really good. If you go to a noodle shop and they have like 3 types of noodles on the menu, maybe like a plain noodle, maybe a noodle with dumplings, and a noodle with spicy noodle, that's good. But if you try to get mixed in with all sorts of stuff, it's not good at all. Beware of fusion in Korea. Fusion is generally not good. If someone says, I'm going to put Korean food in a taco, might not quite work here, except for in Itaewon if you go to Vato's. Really, really good tacos, excellent stuff. But generally, you gotta watch out for some of this stuff. All right? So these are just some of my food tips for dining in Korea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you come visit here. If you do, come check out my food tours at Ongo Food Communications. That's www.ongofood.com. You got great food, you got great company, and we do a night dining tour that's really popular. We also do multi-day tours. And also, check out Seouleats.com for your restaurant recommendations in Seoul. Thank you so much. Bye. You can find more restaurant tips over at Seouleats.com. And if you are visiting Seoul, visit Ongo Food Communications to take a food tour or cooking class. You can contact me at seouleats@gmail.com, and I'm also on Twitter. Thanks a lot, and happy eating. Bye.